Hey, good morning. Hey, Kuro. What's up? So early? I guess it's earlier for you. I went to sleep when I said I was going to. So, um, how was it? You finished your work? Nice. Wow, already a follow. Thanks for the follow, I guess. I like that your nickname ends with Rook A4. Um, how was the rest of your stream? Um, well spotted, Rook A4, right? Well, I woke up a moment ago. I went for a walk with Fito. I'm taking my coffee. So let's um, let's do some tactics before I go running. Maybe I do 1 hour of tactics or so. You didn't stay a lot more. Okay. It was the same time for you than for me. So I think when I left it was 3 a.m. maybe. Hey, good morning, Viticcio. I'm fine, thanks. I'm now a 3 sub stream, though, so I'm happy. Ah, you have 3 subs? Is that? Cool, that's cool. That's cool. Okay, let's warm up with some puzzle trash. Why not? Dun, dun, dun. Okay, all like this, please. All 3 pieces like this. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I'm in check. Okay. She didn't came back though. She got lost in Conan, probably. Yeah, very likely. So you mean you couldn't tell her what I said? Oh, what am I thinking? Uh, it's okay. Some days puzzles are easier than other days. Is it that my feeling? Like this is puzzle number 14 and I get a smother mate. I don't know. Or this fork. Oh, okay. That's because I opened my mouth. Check and bishop takes c3 wasn't winning? Okay. Well, 2 mistakes in a row. I better start playing better. Bless the RNG gods. Gonna finally sleeping a bit. Oh, you didn't sleep? Oh. I thought you would have gone to bed after the stream. Was that a mating one? Did puzzle number 19... Was puzzle number 19 a mating one? What the heck? Oh, okay. This is no good. It's obviously there. It's just taking the rook. Okay, this check has to win, and now check, check. Okay, and here check there. If I play this, b4 rook c5. Oh, I missed that. What's going on here? d5. Okay, got lucky there. Check and mate. So rook d1, queen e5 check. Why would I go rook d1? Simply this. Oof. I need to wake up, guys. That bishop is hanging. What am I gonna do? This I'm gonna do. c3. Okay. Check, check. That was sexy. Okay, cool. Catch up the chat. Couldn't so skip the night and just finish what I had to do. Ah, that's why you worked. Laid in bed for an hour, so I got up again and started programming. Okay, well done, Kuro. Hey, Karmar, what is up? Good morning. Hey, Peshka. Thanks. Thanks, guys. I wish you healthy, happy, and longevity. Thanks, Tihan. Okay. Moving to puzzles. Good morning, guys. Happy weekend. Let's do some tactics to wake up. Put this like this, maybe. Let's go. Please, an endgame, please. An endgame puzzle, please, 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 please. Okay. 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 Let's see, what do we have here? We're a pawn down. Our pieces are a bit weird. I mean, this is hanging and this is far from the action, which is namely this king. Success in chess in life. Thanks, Peshka. For you too. For you too. Although I'm sure you will have it. One second. Checking just notifications. Okay. So this position. Okay, have a good day, Peshka. Paka paka. And Karmar, you need to get it on Monday, yes. You gotta do something? Okay. Makes sense. Makes sense. See you later. Yeah. So Queen G5 could be potentially an idea. Attacks the knight, defends the rook. Nothing wrong about that move because rook g8 can be answered simply with queen takes knight. So queen g5 is definitely a tempting move. Yeah, my idea is I don't want to lose the rook. Now there are other options to defend it. Queen h3, lining up the queen with the king, but I don't see how we can use that. This is another way to defend the rook, which involves regaining our pawn and attacking the opponent's rook. It also frees the b4 pawn, so it can be pushed to b5 next move, maybe to harass this knight. I don't know. So have 1, 2, maybe 3 candidate moves. I guess the most forcing one is queen g5, so I'll start looking at that one. Hey Malek, good morning. Queen g5 looks forcing. The problem is after he solves the problem, let's say 94. Well, 94 maybe queen g4. Okay, many messages. So queen g5, 94, queen g4 is not really a threat. Hey GP Bear, good morning. Also c4 is hanging. This is a messy position. So queen g5, 94. Oh, there's other move I didn't see, which is queen f3. Queen f3 also attacks the knight. There's no knight e4 because of knight takes d4 followed by rook takes f6. And in the end I'm a piece up. So queen f3 is another move that I missed. And it also attacks the knight. It prevents knight e4. So I like it. Queen f3. There's no knight e4, there's no knight e4. Queen takes c4 could be an option, but rook takes f6 threatens checkmate in2, so I expect that after queen takes b4 check king c2 he cannot take the knight, and if he checks again I cover the check with the knight, although then he has knight b4 check. Knight b4 check in b2 and the knight defends a2, so there are no more checks. Knight d3 check. There are more checks. Okay, so maybe queen takes c4 could be a problem. I'm not using the bishop either. You don't like e4? Maybe e4, queen f4. For queen f4, maybe queen takes c4 again is a problem. I think queen takes c4 is probably the problem with this line. Before or after e4. No, GP Bear, I didn't analyze knight takes d6 yet, because it's a nice looking move, because it defends the things that are attacked and attacks one rook, but I thought there were more forcing moves. I thought that the moves like queen g5 or queen f3 where I attack the knight are a bit more forcing, attacking a piece than attacking an exchange. Also, I'm not even attacking the rook, because if I take the rook, my rook hands. So yeah, I said it was it was one of the candidate moves, but I didn't calculate it yet. Queen f4 95, after queen f3 4, queen f4 95. Yeah, that's right, that's a problem. But yeah, knight takes d6 definitely makes a lot of sense in this position. I'm just not sure if I'm trying to find something more concrete, but yeah, that one coordinates well, and it might prepare things like queen g5. So what is my threat? I mean, knight takes d6, let's say he plays safe and plays rook f8. b5 maybe, some option. Knight f7 looks promising somewhere. Yeah, there are ideas related to taking on e5 at some point, if his rook is not, if he's only defending f7 with the queen. So knight takes d6, rook f8, b5. Queen g5 also looks bad. That's the first one we saw, Malek. Queen g5, 94, and then I didn't find a good move. Queen g4, there was something, I can't remember right now. Hey Martin, good morning. So knight takes d6, rook f8, b5. Knight takes d6 followed by d5, by b5. But yeah, I'm saying rook f8 just to play safe. I don't think black needs to move the rook yet. So knight takes d6, we regain the pawn, and we have great coordination, but need to see further because material is equal. Need a follow-up. The problem is I can think of many moves for black, and even for the simplest one like rook f8, my only follow-up is b5. Maybe b5 is good enough. Maybe I'm winning e5 and everything is collapsing for black, but I think my king is exposed as well. I don't know. Hey, Honor says bishop takes d6. Bishop takes d6 is I don't know. I guess in that case he can actually take the rook, and yeah, that probably doesn't work. So knight takes d6 looks logical, and how could black continue? I don't know, let's say rook f8, b5, knight d4, queen takes e5. No, if queen takes e5, there's queen takes f5 after knight e4. After knight e4 we need to do something. Rook takes Rook takes e5, yes. So knight takes e6, rook f8, b5. Okay, let's think for black. After knight takes d6, knowing that e5 is weak and b5 is coming, what could we do? After knight takes e4, sorry, after knight takes d6, e4, I was thinking e4. Knight takes d6, e4. Knight takes b4, stops b5. Yeah, but I think in that case I really take on e5, right? So knight takes d6, knight takes b4, rook takes e5. And he cannot take because there's a fork on f7 in the end. Well, he can take. And I need to assess whether that endgame in the end is winning or not. It's probably not. Those 2 pawns versus 2 pawns, knight and bishop versus 2 knights. Although b7 is very weak. And my king is there, immediately going to b3. Or even c3, because the knight doesn't have d5. Hard to assess that endgame. Yeah, I was thinking about knight takes d6, e4. Sorry, Malek, but yeah, GP Bear suggested knight takes b4, and it's actually a good try for black. Knight takes d6, knight takes b4, and I thought rook takes e5, queen takes, rook takes, knight f7 check, king g7, knight takes e5, and I was trying to assess that endgame. It looks very drawish. Very, very drawish. I don't think I have reasons to think I'm winning, so probably I have to find a better follow-up after knight takes b4. But yeah, let's first see e4. So knight takes d6, e4, preventing rook takes f6 followed by knight takes rook, because after rook takes f6, queen takes rook is check. But yeah, queen h6 looks like a very interesting move. Yes, after knight takes b4 we have that rook takes f6 idea. That's why I played e4, to prevent rook takes f6. Okay, so e4, queen h6. It's nice because, or maybe it's not nice. Let's continue the line. Yeah, it's nice. I guess he has to move the knight. But we're threatening rook f8, maybe, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe we are, because after queen g8 there's a checkmate with knight f7. So probably knight g8 is forced after queen h6. What I'm saying is, if knight g4, for example, rook f8, rook takes, queen g8, knight f7 checkmate. So after queen h6, let's say knight g8, then we may take some pawn. The pawn is on e4, okay. So after knight g8, do we have something strong there? The queen trade has to be fairly decent. Oh, we have knight f7. What am I thinking? No, our queen is hanging. Rook g5? What about rook g5 after knight g8? No, knight takes queen. Oof, 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 oof. Sorry for saying that. Maybe queen g5. Okay, people keep congratulating me. Okay. So I was thinking knight takes d6, e4, queen h6, queen g8, queen g5, threatening knight f7. Maybe just rook e7, though. I'm not a chess genius, but something about the dark square bishop and the king being on h8 seems very suspicious. Yeah, I'm trying to make bishop e5 work at some point, but for that I need to move the knight from d6. So that's what I'm trying in this line, to play queen g5, sort of threatening knight f7 and maybe bishop e5, even if he defends f7 with the rook. Like for example in the line I said, after queen g5, if rook e7, maybe knight f7 check, rook takes f7, bishop e5 check. But there's knight f6. Knight f6, rook takes f6, wins. So, hey Yeter Fikri Alp, thanks for the follow. So actually, I think rook e7 doesn't work. Oh no, he has the knight on c6 still, so there's no bishop e5. I'm saying nuts here. I will need to insert some b5 at some point. Unless I play rook f8 after rook e7. Maybe that's... but the queen is defending the knight. What am I thinking? Yeah, queen g5 is probably not a good move after knight g8. I was thinking, so look how my brain is working right now, or should I say not working. I was thinking after queen h6, knight g8, I could go knight f7 check, queen takes knight on f7, and me answering with queen takes knight on c6. Queen f4. I didn't see queen f4. That's also interesting. I mean, queen takes c6 is not a bad idea. It's just not working. But I think it wasn't a bad idea because I'm also attacking his rook. And I mean, I think that's equal. And I have a 2 versus 1 on the queen side. Pawns. I mean, b4, c4 against c6. So I think it's not a stupid idea. It's just not working, I think. You don't believe on queen h6? Wait. Queen h6 looked strong, really. Those nice ideas on f8, but knight g8 turns to be a good defense, I think. So you say queen f4 after... sorry, knight takes d6, e4, queen f4. Looks interesting. And we didn't solve the knight takes before line yet. But we have rook takes f6 at least. So instead of e4, yeah, let's see that for a second. If knight takes b4, just rook takes knight, and knight takes e8, hitting the queen, and hitting e5, so we're going to defend the knight on e8. Worst case scenario, yeah, that should be good enough. So knight takes d6, e4, queen f4. And you're saying rook f8. Looks good. And knight takes e4, maybe. Yeah, looks strong. I was looking at knight takes d6, e4, knight takes e8, queen takes f5, knight takes f6, queen takes f6, bishop e5, but there's a knight on c6. Pepe probably saw that all that 30 minutes ago. No, I didn't see that specific line. I didn't consider taking the rook on e8. But yeah, we need b5 to distract that knight to make any of those tricks on e5 work, but definitely an interesting idea to distract, I mean, to distract the queen to f6. Yeah. So let's try to improve your line a bit. Knight takes d6, e4. Also in your line, queen takes f6 is check because e4 has been played. So and the bishop is not defended on e5 because of the pawn on e4 blocking our queen. So yeah, I guess we could try to make that work in a different fashion. I didn't realize maybe after e4 we have a move such as queen c3 as well, with the idea that we defend b4, why not? We attack f6, if he takes our rook, we take his rook and add another attacker to the knight that cannot be defended because we're removing g7 from the king. What I mean is queen takes f5, knight takes e8, and I think we're winning the knight. So I think queen c3 could be also an idea after e4. And if he plays rook f8, which looks logical after queen c3, rook f8, it feels close. This feels close. Aha, so Melek is giving the line with rook c8. b5, yeah, 97, rook takes f6. Ah, rook f8 you mean. Okay, yeah, b5 is what I was thinking now. b5, the knight moves somewhere. It cannot go to d4 now. It should not go to d4, I guess we just take it. So you say 97, and then we have rook f6, yes. Rook f6, rook f6, knight takes e4. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. Queen c3. Nice idea. This puzzle is hard, yeah. There's more than one promising line, I should say. So let's see if there's something else after queen c3. Rook f8. Yeah, rook f8. Now queen c3 looks, yeah, queen h6, queen f4, everything looks good. Queen c3 looks good after e4, and e4 is not the only move, but yeah, we're threatening rook takes f6, so if he does not go e4, he has to go like rook f8 or something. So queen c3. Can he go king g7? I thought he couldn't, but maybe he can. Oh, we do. No, we don't do this. Yeah, we take on f6. Yeah, we just take on f6. The rook is hanging on e8. No. That's stupid. That's stupid. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Mm. So knight takes d6 looks promising. 95 also doesn't work. After queen c3, rook takes e5, queen takes e5, and knight f7. Yes. Yes. Yes, just rook takes e5. Even queen takes e5 should work. Yeah, knight e5 doesn't work. Knight d6, rook f8, queen h5. Queen h6, you mean? Knight takes d6, rook f8, queen h6. Yeah. Yeah, that looks strong. You're getting better. Rook f8, queen h6, hitting the rook. Let's try find something else than e4. Yeah, so rook f8 looks like it fails in too many lines. Yeah, but e4 is probably one of the trickiest and hardest to calculate. Rook f8, maybe also b5. I mean, yeah, I think so. Knight takes d6. If the rook disconnects from the queen, queen h6 looks interesting, but this is defended twice. So maybe after queen h6, there's some way to defend the rook. Maybe, I don't know, queen f7, queen e7, sorry, queen g8. But yeah, if they get disconnected, I think just b5 and taking on e5 should be really strong. What else do we have? Some weird bishop takes d6 immediately lines. No, we already ruled that out. Bishop takes d6, just queen takes rook, I think. So knight takes d6, I was thinking now maybe rook e7. Defending f7, the f7 square, but keeping the rook and queen connected, not hanging the rook on f8 like in queen h6 lines. So maybe rook e7. Can we go b5 anyway? b5 94, and how do we control? But then maybe just queen h6 anyway. Yeah. Rook e7, maybe just queen h6, because now the rook cannot go to f7 because of our knight, and f8 and the knight are weak. Yeah. That probably doesn't work either. For black, I mean, rook e7. Rook e7 is in a transposition to queen h6 lines that we calculate and fail to find a final blow. But maybe we don't have to play queen h6. I'm not entirely sure. Knight takes d6, rook e7, queen h6. How does that transpose to what? The knight g8 line, you say. Yeah, that's where we didn't find a final blow. But still, the queen trade. Yeah, queen takes e6 would immediately transpose to the line. Rook takes e6, and then I guess just b5. And knight moves. Wait, that knight is not in good shape. Cannot go to d4 because of rook e5. So give me a second. So after b5, yeah, actually the diagonal is a problem. If the knight moves, bishop takes e5, right? So after queen h6, knight g8, queen takes queen, rook takes b5. If the knight moves, bishop takes e5 is a killer move, isn't it? Precisely with the knight on g8. So it looks like we're winning a piece. It looks like we're winning a piece there. But the knight has to go to a dark square. From a dark square, it will not defend properly against bishop takes e5. We're winning an exchange, let's put it that way, because after bishop takes e5, he has rook takes bishop. So we're winning an exchange and probably a pawn. We're going to be an exchange and a pawn up. Now that endgame I like. Okay, and that was rook e7. Can he do something else after knight takes d6? We've seen e4, we've seen knight takes b4, we've seen rook e7, we've seen rook f8. Move like rook a8 that doesn't solve any problem, right? We just Not sure. Oh, c4 is defended. I was concerned about c4, but our knight defends c4. Yeah, we just go b5 or anything. Yeah. No, go for it. Okay, let's go for it. Okay, rook e7. So I guess now we need. I think queen h6 looks winning. And let's see if it's totally forced. It's knight g8 the only move. We're threatening the knight. We're threatening queen f8, nah, sort of. Followed by knight f7, rook takes f7. Okay, I guess the main feature is we're threatening the knight. So we're threatening to win a piece, and the piece cannot be defended with the rook. So the knight has to move and not allow queen f8 check, queen takes rook. I mean, not allow queen f8 check and being queen g8 the only defense against that. So I think knight g8 is forced, isn't it? If knight g4, queen f8, queen g8, queen takes rook. Yeah. No, the rook is defended. What am I saying? But knight f7, I guess. We win on exchange. So if knight g4, queen f8 check, queen g8, knight f7 check, rook takes, rook takes. Exchange up. Exchange and position, I would say, because b5 will win e5. I think it has to be queen h6. Now there's no queen f4. It would be very slow to play queen f3. Yeah. Let's go for it, guys. Rawr. So now we're in this line that we already calculated. Takes, that was forced. And why did I think we had bishop takes e5 as a threat after b5? If my knight's still here. Okay. Still b5 has to be a good move, but queen takes, rook takes, b5, knight d4. Maybe rook g5 threatening knight f7. Thought I am unable to follow your line. Yeah, in my line, queen takes e6, rook takes e6, b5, and then if the knight moves, I magically jump over my knight. That was my that was my great line. Okay. So we have the knight on d7. I'm thinking rook g5 maybe. Rook g5 after queen takes e6, rook takes e6, b5. He has many knight jumps like knight e7 or knight e4, for example, that hits a rook, and some other jumps probably as well. So let's say knight d4. I think rook g5 should win. Knight d4, rook g5. He has to defend f7. Oh wait, we can just take on e5. We don't need rook g5. Rook takes e5 because we still have the fork on f7. And again, I need to see whether that endgame is winning, but that 2 versus 1 being having a bishop. Also our knight is attacking b7. Yeah, that endgame should be winning. Shouldn't it be? What about knight f7 here? h6 instead of defending f7. Yeah, probably instead of rook g5 I just take. So queen takes, rook takes b5. If knight d4, rook takes e5. And I have a fork. He's not attacking anything. I was attacking b7, but if I have to do the fork, I will not be. Against the Stockfish might not be so trivial. Yeah, but that endgame should be winning. But you're right, not so obvious. Knight f7 here. Knight f7 here. Looks interesting. I guess queen takes is the only move. I don't like the transposition to this endgame. What do you mean? Our positional advantage seems so big. Does it? That this transposition seems wrong to me. I don't know, the position is very concrete. It's not like we can decide not to not to take action here. His bad pieces are majority on queen side. I don't think his pieces are bad. He has a good knight defending. I mean, as a defender, knight on g8 is good. His pieces are cooperating. I don't know. I think the majority is a good asset we have, and it's gonna be important in the endgame. So I think the endgame is precisely good for us because he has a terrible king. We have this majority, and by by eliminating the rest, the equation gets simpler. I really like that conversion, that transformation from this position to that endgame. I think it maximizes our advantage of 2 versus 1 here with his king far away. So GP Bear is saying after knight f7, queen takes f7, rook takes f7. Sorry, knight f7, queen takes f7, rook takes f7, knight takes h6, rook takes e7, knight takes e7, I guess. Pesky knight on c6. Yeah, it's defending that. Yeah, so there's nothing there. Maybe it's good. I'm just not sure if it's actually winning. Yeah, I'm trying to calculate that as well. I don't think I have a lot of options here in this position anyway. But okay, let's calculate a bit. A bit further. So rook e5, knight f7 check, king g7, knight takes e5, h5. Yeah. Yeah. You know, maybe rook takes e5 is not the best way to do it. So after rook e6, sorry, queen e6, rook e6, b5, knight d4, maybe we have, I'm thinking if I go knight f7 check, unraveling my bishop, king g7 is the only move, bishop takes e5 check with a fork to the d4 knight, king g6 attacking my rook, then rook g5 check, king has to take on f7 and I take on d4, defending f2, yes, defending f2, and threatening rook g7 check. Maybe that bishop and rook versus knight and rook endgame is more promising than the other. Rook g7 not so easy to stop. If he goes rook g6, I might have rook f3 check. Where is my rook? On g5. I might have rook f5 check then. King must defend the knight. And maybe rook b5 next. Rook b5. My bishop took on d4, so there's no b6. b7 is hanging. That looks a bit more promising than the other endgame, I think. Actually, it seems easy. b7 is hanging, so b5, 95, rook g5. 97, rook g5. 97. Well, I was calculating knight d4, but I guess it's similar. Although the knight on e7 makes it a bit more difficult for his rook. Rook g5, h6, rook g1, and we're winning the b pawn soon. I guess maybe there are many ways, and the puzzle stops earlier. Like here. Okay, let me show the line I was calculating right now. Download or share? I think it's download to copy the fan code. Yeah. That's how chess.com works. Lichess. By the way, yay! Tools, analysis board. No, it's board editor. Pepe. There you go. Analysis board. So, I thought, what? Flip this, please. Isn't there a queen missing here? What's the... this is after queen takes e6. Okay. That was weird. So I copied that, the fang of that position for some reason. Okay. So I thought here, knight f7 check. That's the line I was calculating now, because the first one was this b5, yeah. And after knight d4, the first line I considered was this one, where not sure about this endgame. After h5 I wasn't sure. I mean, this is still controlling this, and this is very weak, but we're a pawn up. But this is attacking this, so it's not easy to push the c pawn. Should win, but I'm not sure how. Not immediately clear. And then I saw this other endgame. Knight f7 check, king g7, bishop e5 check, attacking this. I didn't consider rook takes, to be honest. I guess just rook takes. and then there's a rook d5, rook d7 that looks winning. So the only one I thought was this one, check here, here, with this threat. And after rook g6 I considered this check, and in my head the knight was on f8, so I thought king e8 or king g8, look at that. And in my head this pawn wasn't here, so I thought rook b5. So I'm doing fine today, huh? Oofta. Okay, cool, let's do another. I think I have time for another one. I need to drink, though. No, I wanted an endgame. Okay, king h8 in this position. Who are you? Hey, Dairokan, I'm Pepe. And who are you? Okay, what do we have here? Well, rook takes g7 looks like the first thing to calculate, right? Because if he takes with the queen, there's a pawn takes, then d4, and I can take the bishop. So I guess rook takes g7, he has to take with the king. GP Bear, in your line, isn't bishop takes b2 a check? I'm Matus. Are you a GM? You're very good. No, I'm not a GM. You're very bad. No, you're not bad. Just watch out for the checks. So rook takes d7 looks like he has to take with the king, unless I'm missing something. Also queen h6 isn't made because of queen h7. Yeah. To be honest, after bishop takes b2, I didn't see the rest of the line. I saw you answered bishop b2 with rook g8 check, and it looks suspicious to me. But we can start with, if that's your idea, we can start with queen h6 and then discover check. No, I'm just kidding. So rook takes g7, definitely tempting. So let's calculate first the temptation. Again, if queen takes g7, pawn takes, only way to save the queen is d4. Then queen takes c4 might be nothing. He has queen g1 check, and maybe queen takes f2 check. And yes, we have threats, but I don't know. I think we lost some initiative there. Maybe nothing, Pepe, maybe nothing. So I'm trying to calculate after queen takes c4. Queen g1 check. Looks annoying. Yeah. Doesn't look right. But those ideas are definitely there. Another option could be maybe h5, h6, given that I don't see a threat yet for black, unless we do stuff like rook g7 and take on c5, then black has threats. But if we do nothing, what's his threat? Maybe d takes c takes d4 is potentially a threat of some discover checks later. They're not The most annoying checks ever. Well, bishop d3 could be an annoying check. Yeah, bishop d3 could be a checkmate threat. So h5, pawn takes, we cannot go h6 because bishop d3 check comes with checkmate, I think. D takes c5 is also move to consider. Really? So the point being that after bishop takes b2, we take the bishop or we go somewhere out of checks, which I don't see. If he doesn't have a perpetual. Yeah, I was thinking a clever idea could be king b1. And if bishop b3, d3 check, only then take the bishop. Because then if he checks on b7, I go to c3, he doesn't have the entry on b3 with the bishop on d3. You know what I mean? So that's the interesting idea. After bishop takes b2, king b1. Ah, back to c1. Okay, so bishop b2, king takes b2. Back to c1 as well. Rook g5. Oh, I like that one, GP Bear. That's definitely a very forcing move. It threatens sort of checkmate, at least winning a piece on h6. And maybe probably checkmate if king g7. Yeah, it's checkmate. So we're threatening checkmate or winning bishop and queen. G5 looks really strong. Bishop e2 maybe? You know, defending h5 and threatening the discovered check with c takes d4. Just do it, don't let your dreams be dreams. Exactly, I don't want my dreams to be dreams. That's why I want to solve it before moving the pieces. Maybe this line can work somehow. Because the bishop doesn't attack the queen later. So maybe after that we can take on g7. Or is it too much? I mean, we attack the queen, so we prevent c takes d4. And if queen takes now this, and after d4 our queen is not hanging, so we might have something. For example, bishop d4, rook d4. Oh, I thought I would take the bishop on e2, but I'm not taking it. But yeah, rook g5, bishop e2, rook g7, queen g7, pawn takes d4. Do we have something there? Pawn takes would be funny, actually. We attack the bishop on e2, and we threaten d5, winning the queen. And he has no checks because h6 is protected by the queen and g5 by the pawn. Is that possibly winning? Rook g5, bishop e2, rook takes g7. If that's winning, it's a very sexy idea. It must be. I don't know. It's so sexy not to be. Well, I don't know. I'm used to finding many sexy ideas that don't win, so... What can black do after rook takes g7? If king takes g7, I assume we're winning. Pawn takes with check, d4. We're a rook down, so it better works. Maybe also e takes d4 in that line, threatening d5. I mean, if in both lines we win with e takes d4 instead of the immediate check, that would be too sexy. Okay, I'm gonna calculate the king takes g7 line. Okay, so rook g5, bishop e2. Rook takes g7, king takes g7. It takes d4. What does black do? So the king has f8, but that's probably losing. I said it takes d4. It's d takes c5, d4, e takes d4. Is that too slow? Okay, if I'm visualizing the position correctly, he has queen f4 check after he takes d4. So rook g5, bishop e2, rook takes g7, king takes g7. D takes e5 check, d4, e takes d4, queen f4 check. Queen f4 check is a bit annoying, to be honest. He might have some... Well, the bishop is hanging me too, though. But we're a rook down. We're a rook down. Not really sure. So what are you saying in the chat? For now, queen takes g7 is a problem. If king takes g7, just d takes c5, discover check. Yeah, but then d4, e takes d4, I thought, because bishop takes d4, he has rook takes d4. And if e takes d4, queen f4 check. I don't like it. E takes d4 instead of bishop d4, and we're allowing queen g1 check, which might be even losing. In the queen takes d7 line. Pepe, I can't wait, just play. Well, if you can't wait, just go. Just go, because I don't have the solution yet. So rook g5, bishop e2. Bishop e2, such an annoying move. Okay, should we go back to calculating this line takes, and if bishop takes, I thought king b1 was clever, but it turns out that taking and going back to c1 should also work. Should also work unless he checks with the rook, because then the queen is here. You know what I mean? But the pawn is on c5. No. Sorry. There's nothing there. Okay, so d takes c5, bishop takes b2, king takes b2. If check, king c1, and queen h6 is there. Okay, so yeah, if he doesn't check us, he has to go. I mean, we're still a piece down, so he has to stop queen h6. But queen f6 is also a threat. That's the typical. Yeah, if he trades those bishops, he has to be losing, because we're also hitting on g8, so there's no rook d6. Queen d6. No, because the pawn is on c5. Okay, that's really annoying for black. I think black should be lost there. So yeah, I don't see anything. So I think he cannot trade bishops. Now, if he cannot trade bishops, I really like this. Bishop b2 looks like a suicide. Yeah, because queen h6, queen f6, and queen g8, it's impossible to defend everything. Indubitably. Okay, so let's find more moves for black. How about d4, hitting our queen and blocking the diagonal? Can we take on c4, or do we have something better? I mean, we are three. We took that pawn, so we're 3 pawns up. 3 pawns up. The bishop on c4 makes rook g5 the theme. At least we take on c4. Yeah, but we start a piece down already, so want to be sure. You think you can stop there after queen takes c4? I think I need to see a bit more to understand how winning is that. 3 pawns up, yeah, but not the best pawns ever. I mean, and black's king still in danger. That's what I'm trying to decide. Is black's king in danger, or is it our king in danger? I will continue to refuse calculating such a position. Pepe likes to be definitive, then the puzzle ends 8 moves before what he calculated. Yeah, that's my goal. The problem is, I have a message here. I think it's Lee. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I like to do that, but I still didn't calculate 8 moves ahead. That's my problem. I need to calculate a bit further. So after d takes c5, d4, queen takes c4. Let's see a bit further. How am I gonna win? Well, I think he can never move the d4 pawn now. That's good news. And he has no checks. Can he attack c5 somehow? Only with something like rook c8, and I would love to trade queens there. Bishop f8 maybe, instead of rook c8. But then I check on the diagonal, yeah. And I'm still threatening e takes d4 maybe, because after queen f4 check, I have king b1, and now there's no bishop, light square bishop, so if he ever checks me on f5, I go queen c2. Okay, okay, okay. I will not calculate more than that line. So let's say d4 is not a move. What else can black try after d takes c5 then? D takes c5. If d4 doesn't work and bishop b2 doesn't work, what does black do? Resign? Queen takes c5, we take on g7. Yeah, we have a threat on g7. Rook d7 or rook g8. Rook d7, queen e8, I guess. And rook g8, queen h6, checkmating 1. Nice. So we're also threatening queen h6 after d takes c5. Yeah, that looks... that looks killing. I missed that we were threatening queen h6 as well. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go for that. Okay, d4. Okay, I take the bishop. Okay, guys, it's 10 minutes to 1 p.m. here, and I wanted to go for a run before 1 p.m. to be back before 3 p.m. here, so I think I have to call it a session here. Waited so long for that, I'm out of here. Okay. Thanks for stopping by, though. So the rating was 3800. 3844. Look at that sexy number. Okay, guys. I gotta go. It was fun. We solved 2 puzzles in more than 1 hour, I guess. We've done worse than this. Today I'll be back later with some crazy house. We have the match between the finisher and Schuanet today at 7 p.m. I think. So I'll see you later, guys. Thank you, especially GP Bear and Malek helping with the tactics. Yeah, see you later. Bye bye. Have a great Sunday.